Hello everyone, this is Debbie Shergi, the Director of Digital Edge, and today I'm making a video because we made some important changes in addenda number 2, 3, and 4. And those 3 addenda are all about filling out the bid forms, submitting your bid forms, and the evaluation method for comparing the bids that you submit using the bid forms. So this particular video is all about helping you to know how to fill out the bid forms as described in Addendum 2, how to submit your bid forms as described in Addendum 3, and the evaluation method that we will use for comparing identical bids on basic bundles as described in Addendum 4. Now, I want to emphasize that this video only covers the bid forms for making offers on basic bundles. What I did is I took the original bid form and I split it into 2 bid forms. Now there's a bid form for making offers just on the basic bundles of devices and carts, and of course in the case of Chromebooks, the Chrome management licenses, or the Google management licenses, I should say. The second set of bid forms is all about making offers on the add-ons, which I'm calling add-ons as the all-inclusive collection of offers that you make on delivery-ready services, the smarter balanced accessories, and the bidder's choice items that you want to offer. Last week, I did a demonstration of using the previous bid form, but it's very important that you understand that this particular video overrides that demonstration that I did. It's very important that you follow the instructions that I am including in this video. All right. I want to talk a little bit about the general information about the bid forms now. I want you to know that we split the bid form into 2 different parts because, one, we thought it would make it easier for you and more convenient for you as you submit your bids. And number 2, we think that the changes that we've made will result in a more competitive process and a more fair evaluation method. And in addition, the result of that will be that the purchasers have more options because we believe that this particular method of using the bid forms and then scoring the bid forms will result in our ability to award more bids than the previous method allowed us to do. So it's all good. Now, you'll know that you're in the basic bundle bid form because up here in the first row, it'll say basic bundles in that black stripe. So this set of bid forms is a collection of Form A plus 4 bid forms for Chromebook bundles plus 6 bid forms for tablet bundles. Now in the original bid form, we were only requesting we were only offering you the opportunity to use 2 bid sheets to make offers on Chromebooks. The new bid form allows you to make offers on 4 bid sheets. So we think that that will give you more opportunities and more options. In this particular set of bid forms that you'll use for basic bundles, you'll notice down here that there is a Form A, but we removed Forms B and C from this particular set of bid forms, and we left Forms B and C with the other set of bid forms called add-ons. And I'm making another video on how to fill out the bid forms for add-ons that you'll need to watch. And in that video, I'll explain why I did that. All right. Now, if you remember from the original bidders conference, and you'll read this in the invitation to bid as well, an eligible bidder must be able to provide and supply all of the solutions that we're requesting in this invitation to bid. As bidders make offers on basic bundles, they must make an offer on at least one Chromebook set of bundles on one worksheet and at least one set of tablet bundles on a tablet worksheet. In this particular set of forms, now a bid is considered everything that you fill out on one of the bid forms. So I'll be going over this in a minute with you, but I want to go back to Form A and show you some of the differences between the new Form A and the previous Form A. The previous Form A had a lot more data for you to fill out, and we refined it a little bit. So the Form A just starts out by requesting basic information about your company. And in this scenario, I'm a representative of the Hansen Company. And so I've provided information about the Hansen Company at the top. And then this set of bid forms, or this collection of bid forms, makes offers on Acer wireless devices that are combined with Spectrum carts. All right? So everything in all of these sheets in this particular Microsoft Excel file is about Acer devices and Spectrum carts. Now, coming on down to the bottom, make sure that you fill out this part of the form where you identify all of the states that you want to include in your bid. In order to receive an award, you must be able to say yes in response to these three questions that give us assurance that you can meet our requirements. What's not on this Form A anymore, that was on the original form, is a score box. Okay? Because if you remember from the original form, a bid was the totality of everything in this Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that included everything on all of the worksheets. But that's not the case anymore. Now we're going to be looking at worksheets as individual bids. So since a worksheet is an individual bid now, we're going to be looking at the score at the top of the individual worksheets. And those scores, such as the one you see on your screen now, are represented, they're points is what they are. And they're points based on the bid prices that you have offered for all of the bundles on this worksheet. So what the score at the top does is it just adds up the offers made in terms of dollar and cents prices that you're bidding. Okay, so let's look at this bid form. First of all, there's a general description of what we're seeking, and then in rows 7 through 13 you will see the actual bid requirements. In rows 15 through 18, this is where you identify a single, in this case, Chromebook model, because you're on a basic Chromebook worksheet as defined by this name of the worksheet down here at the bottom. So in this case, the bidder has offered a collection of bid offers, I guess, that combine the Acer C720p-2600 Chromebook with a low-end cart by Spectrum, a mid-level cart by Spectrum, and a high-end cart by Spectrum. And that's what has been entered into these 4 cells. As soon as you enter the name of a model in one of those 4 cells, it auto-populates the data in columns B and C so that you don't have to auto-enter that all the time. Now, once you've identified how you're going to combine this Chromebook with a low-end, a mid-range, and a high-end cart by the cart company identified on Form A, then you're ready to go down the sheet and make your offers. So let's start with the entry-level cart bundles. Okay, now here's what you need to know. For every level of cart that you enter, you must, as bidders, know all of the bay configurations of that cart. So this entry-level cart, called the 55315 CHBBW, in this fictitious scenario, and it might be true, but I'm just going to think it's fictitious, this particular cart comes in a bay configuration of 30 bays for 30 Chromebooks, and it also comes in a configuration with 42 bays for 42 Chromebooks. You must bid on all of the bay configurations that cart comes in. As soon as you enter one bay configuration in column D, that same number is populated in columns E and F, because the requirements of this bid mean that for every Chromebook, for every cart model, the number of Chromebooks must match the number of bays in the cart. And then the number of licenses, management licenses, the Chrome operating system management licenses, must also match the number of bays in the cart. That's why everything is preloaded for you as soon as you enter one of the bay configurations. Once you enter a bay configuration, come over here to column A and give it a SKU number or a product number. And then finally over here in column G, you'll actually offer a contract price for that bundle that includes this cart model that has this number of bays in it, combined with the same number of Chromebooks and the same number of operating system management licenses. All right? You do the same thing for the next configuration of bays for that cart, and you fill out this section for entry-level carts until you have included all of the bay configurations for that particular cart model. As you enter bid prices for your bundles, your bid prices for the entry-level cart bundle get added up to produce a score for the entry-level cart bundles. Now that's kind of an immaterial number, but I use that number to be included in this particular score. So this particular score up here adds up the numbers in the green boxes in column G. 20,000 points, 35,750 points, and 68,000 points. Those three numbers add up and equal this number up here in cell G1. After you are done with entry-level cart bundles, then you must complete the same kind of data. You have to enter the same kind of data and complete this little table for middle-level cart bundles. Again, including all of the bay configurations for the cart that appears in that section. Once you're done with the mid-level cart bundles, then you must complete the section on high-end cart bundles. Now keep in mind that in these particular forms, I've provided 5 spaces that allow for up to 5 bay configurations for each cart. But it's doubtful and unlikely that a cart will have that many bay configurations. So as long as you've included all of the bay configurations in column D and made bids on all of those configurations, then don't worry if there's an empty row left in that section of the bid form. Now, again, this is just a reminder that it's the cart manufacturer that gets to decide what qualifies as an entry-level rolling cart, a mid-level rolling cart, and a high-end rolling cart. So make sure that you have abided by their categories that they have provided on the sheet that they're required to submit to you so that you can submit it with your bid form. Okay. Now, once you're done filling out a basic bundle, a set of basic bundles for your Chromebook number 1 set, then you can continue on and do the same with Chromebook, with basic bundles for your second Chromebook. Your Chromebook on this second form must be different than the Chromebook on the first form, and that's described in the invitation to bid. But notice that even though the Chromebooks are different and must be different, the carts can remain the same if you wish, or you can choose different carts if you wish. It's up to you. But the Chromebooks, or in the case of tablets, the tablets must be different on every single worksheet. Now, let's focus a little bit on these 4 models of solutions that are on this sheet, because they're key to the evaluation method. The way that we're going to evaluate bids, and remember that everything you entered on this page is considered collectively as a bid. What we'll do is we'll take a look at this worksheet, which includes an Acer C710-2834 Chromebook, combined with a very specific entry-level cart, a very specific mid-level cart, and a very specific high-end cart. And we'll compare that. We'll compare your bid that produces a score at the top with any other bidder's bid on the exact same combination of Acer Chromebook and these exact same 3 carts. This is considered a bid. If you have submitted a bid form with those 4 models and nobody else has, then this particular bid is considered a non-competitive bid, and you will be awarded the bid if you have been determined to be a responsive, responsible bidder and have met all the requirements of the invitation to bid. Well, let's go back here to the first Chromebook number 1 basic bundle set, where the Hansen Company has bid on the C720P-2600 and 3 specific models of carts. All right, so in the case that the Hansen Company has bid on these bundles, on their bid form, and nobody else has bid on this exact same collection of models, then the Hansen Company will receive the award for what they bid on their bid sheet that has these 4 models on it, if they're responsible and if they're responsive. However, if one or more bidders also include those exact same models on their bid sheet, now we have a competitive situation. And in this particular case, The Digital Edge staff will compare the scores for these 3 worksheets, and we will identify the lowest responsible bidder, and we'll award this worksheet, or their bid, from the worksheet to the lowest responsive bidder. And in this case, as you see, the bidding company that has the lowest score for these very specific models is the Hansen Company. And so they would receive the award for their bid on this worksheet. The same will hold true for all competitive bids on all Chromebook worksheets and all tablet worksheets. So again, you have the opportunity to bid on 4 Chromebook worksheets. Down here at the bottom, you'll see tabs for each one of those. And then keep clicking through the tabs at the bottom, and you'll start to see the tablet worksheets. All right? And there are 6 of them. And if you can't find all of them, then just click on the right arrow in the corner of the worksheet, and more worksheets will come into view. All right. Let's talk a little bit about how to submit your bids now for basic bundles. It's not much different than what I described in the bidders conference that took place last week. Basically, part 1 of your bid is all about your binder, and the items that go in your binder are listed in Addendum 3. Okay, please read through that very carefully. There are 1 or 2 changes in there, and you need to make sure that you provide us with everything you need. But then, after you've prepared your binder, then each set of worksheets, not individual worksheets, but every set of worksheets, just like this particular file, this whole entire Microsoft file is a set of worksheets, okay? It includes 4 Chromebook offers and 6 tablet offers, along with the data that you provide on Form A. So that you would print all of those forms out, and those forms are all about offers that you've made on Spectrum carts and the Acer devices. You would print all those out, and you would put them in one envelope along with the cart manufacturer support form and the product specification sheets for anything that you bid on that in that set of worksheets, and you'd put them into a single envelope. Let's say the first envelope. And then if you go to another set of forms and open up another Excel file, and you want to bid on, let's say, an example, Samsung devices combined with Anthro carts. Well, that's fine. You can do that. No problem. As a matter of fact, we want you to bid on anything you want to bid on. But that particular set of worksheets would go in this second envelope, along with the cart manufacturer support form and all specification sheets. And then let's say that you also want to bid on Toshiba Chromebooks, or I'm sorry, Toshiba devices and Bradford carts. Well, they would, that collection of sheets and forms would go in the third envelope right here, and so on and so on. So each envelope gets its own collection of forms that are specified by the manufacturer of carts and the manufacturer of the devices that get combined with those carts. Okay? And so after you've put all those envelopes together, you put them in the same box. And then finally, we require that you put everything onto a CD or a jump drive as described in Addendum 3, and put that CD or jump drive in this binder and just put it into the box. So but the The part that's closed now in the dotted lines is the part that has changed the most in the addendum. So again, in one envelope, make sure that you put the items requested in part 2 of the part of the invitation to bid that's called How to Submit Your Bid. And it'll tell you what to put in each envelope. And this is what it looks like. Okay? Okay. So I hope this has been helpful as I've gone over how to fill out the bid forms for basic bundles, how to submit your bid forms, and then the evaluation method that we'll use to compare identical bids on basic bundles. We think that we'll be able to award more bids this way because we're comparing very specific combinations against other specific combinations that are identical. And that means that more bidders are going to be able to receive awards. What that means that our customers will have more options, and that's what this is all about. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you watch the upcoming video on how to fill out the bid forms for the add-ons and how they'll be scored as well. Thank you and good luck in your bidding.